Friends, as we plan to enter the new year, I have come up with a very deep researched video where we're gonna talk about 6 tech jobs which will be in demand in 2026. But you know what is special about these 6 jobs? The special thing about these jobs are, while the demand is in surge, there's a huge gap in the market, guys, because we do not have enough skills right now in the market to fulfill these jobs. So we are not gonna talk about jobs which we have talked about in the past. Yes, there will be overlaps, but these jobs are specifically after doing the research on Glassdoor, on different websites such as PayScale. I have done this research and found that the current gap for these jobs spans from around 30% to as big as 50%. And if we are ready and if we can tap into these markets, these job markets with these roles, where the gap exists, then we will definitely have an edge. So we'll go into this, we'll understand which role we are talking about, what is the gap, skills which we need at a high level, and the most important thing, what is the salary range. We'll talk about global as well as Indian salary range. I hope by the end of this video, you will have a steer, you will have a bit of understanding as to which of these 6 roles aligns best for your career. So without further ado, let's get started. The very first role in our list is of Gen AI Engineer, and the stats which I have found is that out of every 10 jobs which we have in the market, only 4.7 engineers are eligible to apply. That is kind of gap we are looking at. So this gap is somewhere around 40%. This is the gap. And what basically Gen AI Engineer does, you know, machine learning engineers who used to build the machine learning models right from the scratch. But now Gen AI engineers are different. They are the modern chef. So they will have these, these Gen AI models, which they will use with tools like Llama, LangChain, Llama Index, all these kind of different tools we have to enable these engineers build on top of an existing model. So they don't have to worry about which machine learning algorithm is in play here. They just need to use and plug and play with these models. So if we have to talk about skill, Python is the foundation, obviously. Okay, then LangChain, concepts of RAG, Llama. You need to know all these open source models as well, and other paid models as well, and how you can build on top of those models. A very interesting and upcoming field, but the thing is there's a huge scarcity, and the salary range outside, like globally, is around 90k per annum dollars to almost 160. Talking about India, it can start from 10 lakhs and go as high as 70 lakhs, starting from which experience level you are at. So at a starting level, at a beginner level, 7 to 10 lakhs, and then as you grow at a mid or senior level, you can demand as high as 70 lakhs, which is huge. So generative AI engineer is a huge gap and you need to fulfill it. So be ready, be prepared. I'm not going to talk about certifications, but if you do some machine learning specialty or Gen AI specific certifications, that's good. But actually you have to create projects. You have to do it live. You have to get your hands dirty, build, play, crash things, and then only you will be able to crack this job mark. So let's go to our next job. The second role, which is very surprising to know that it has gap in the market, is of cloud architect. We have talked about this role multiple times, but still there's a huge gap, and the gap is somewhere around 40 to 50%. Jobs are still vacant globally. Okay, and these figures are coming from different websites and sources. Could be approximate, not exact, but yeah, there is a gap, that is for sure. And one interesting fact is that if you can switch from a cloud engineer role to a cloud architect role, the jump for your salary could directly be between 20 to 30% straight. But then what is the difference? So briefly, cloud architect and cloud engineer is, if you're building a bridge, the civil engineer, who's right on the ground is putting in everything and constructing the bridge is kind of a cloud engineer. But architect is the one who envisions that design. Architect is the one who thinks, okay, the bridge should be this much wide, this material should be used, this length should be used, it should be secured, it should be safe, it should be reliable, what will happen if the flood comes, and all that thing. So every engineer can move to architect role. It's a natural shift. But the thing is, it is not pure technical. You need business acumen, you need design thinking. So very artistic as well as very complex role, but if you get into it, it's very easy as far as I believe. And skills are basically multi-cloud: GCP, Azure, AWS, You have to understand how you can deploy, different cloud solutions on multiple availability zones, disaster recovery, what kind of data solutions you will deploy. It's a vast field. So it is very wide. Okay, depth wise, cloud engineer has to go deeper. This is more on at a higher level, but then very strategic role, and you can be placed at a very high level. Talking about salary range, it again starts somewhere from 90k and ranges to around 220k globally. And in India, again, the range is quite similar to the previous one. So here the range starts somewhere from 10 lakhs, which is very starting level, like if you have just begun as a cloud architect. But caveat is, if you are 1 year, 2 year, 3 year in this industry, you can't directly become a cloud architect because this role demands experience on the ground. So don't be in a rush. If you are a fresher, don't think that you can directly become an architect. Even if you do all the certificates, you have to gain experience on the ground. But once you do it, you can demand the packages in the range of 10 lakhs to 50 lakhs in India. A very good role, a very strategic role. And if you want to start your journey on the cloud, we have made something really good for someone who's a complete beginner, and that is our AWS Cloud Jumpstart course, which gives you everything in a layman language with real life examples. Go check it out. It has been really successful. More than 500 students have so far learned from it and given a very good feedback. So go check it out. Also, if you want cheat sheets, there are cheat sheets for the roadmap which you have to follow for roles like data engineer. There is a cheat sheet for AWS services as well. 128 services in one sheet, all for free. I'll put the links in the description. You can go and check it out and see if it is worth your time. The third role is of cybersecurity on cloud, which is actually cloud security. So you have to become a cloud security architect or cloud security engineer. Huge demand. So I couldn't get the percentage numbers, but in total there is a gap of 1.5 million jobs globally for someone who could work as a cybersecurity expert on cloud, because everything is on cloud. All the latest cyber attacks which you are listening are happening with companies who have deployed things on the cloud. While cloud is still very secure, you need frameworks and you need people to design your security posture on the cloud, and it's not easy. It looks like it is a cakewalk to say that okay, this is secure, that is secure, but when you get hit by a cyber attack, everything can be ruined. Your business could end. Your business which was running for years or decades could end in a split of a second or a minute. I'm not kidding, guys. I have seen it myself. So we cannot take it lightly. As far as skill is concerned, huge. I have made a specific video on cybersecurity roadmap. Go check it out. This video is not about specifically going into the depth of a roadmap, but you need everything. You need networking knowledge, you need cloud, you need security knowledge. So everything which you do, you need to know how tools for SIEM works. All these kind of things you need. But there is a caveat which I have not talked about before this, and that is, while I have not categorically talked about certifications in those two, this particular role demands certification because it establishes you as a trusted advisor. So there are certifications like CISSP, Certified Ethical Hacker, OSCP, all these kind of certifications you need to do in order to crack a job. And then the skills are like enormous. It's very wide. But when you talk about cloud, think as if you are the guard, you are the security guard for the cloud platform only. Okay, but again, you need to know your fundamentals very strongly. Then only you can penetrate into a cloud security role. Salary ranges somewhere from 65k to 120k. That is what I have got. But again, don't hold me on to it. And in India, it can start as a starting 4 lakh as a package for a very beginner who's joining as a support analyst or security cloud analyst something. And then it can go as high as 35 to 40. So upside can be, can be anything. It depends on how you, demand that. But this is the average which we have got. So very good role. Focus on cyber security, but build your niche around cloud. That is the future. That is where the gap is. 1.5 million jobs and we only need just one. So focus on this. So let's go to our fourth one. The fourth in our list is data engineer, and this is by far the fastest growing job. So this is number one as far as the year-on-year growth of this demand of this job is concerned. Some markets have seen as far as more increase 88% increase in these job demands. Okay, data engineer job demand. Very interesting field. This is one of the fastest growing. So I do not have the exact numbers for the gap in the market, but very fast growing role. Skills, Again, Python, SQL, now you need DBT, you need Snowflake if you are using Snowflake. There are many skills which you want to master. You might want to know how Kafka works. So, as a data engineer, you need to be that person who builds data pipeline regardless of what is the tool, what is the technology. You need to know some things which are core to your knowledge and then build on top of it. Very, very promising field. Guys, an interesting trend which is coming up is that while data scientist was always regarded as an advanced role and job, data engineering is now creating more gap in the market and more demand in the market, because regardless of whatever you do in AI, machine learning, generative AI use cases, you need the backbone which will be built by your data engineers. So while cloud engineers are not that much booming right now, data engineering is. But that does not mean that cloud engineers are gone or they do not have a role to play. They do have, but we are focusing on high gap markets only. So data engineering and data engineers will be in there. The salary range is from 7 lakhs to 40 lakhs depending on your experience. And as I've always said, there is no upside to whatever you do during your interviews. If you are experienced and if you can showcase your value, market will reward you for that. So let's see which is our fifth role. So the fifth role, which has 60% gap in the market currently, is of MLOps engineers, because DevOps engineers are there in plenty, but MLOps is still having a lot of shortage. So if you are someone who is already in DevOps and wants to upgrade, they can move into these kind of roles. There's a 60%, as I said, so far the biggest gap which I found is in this area. You need skills which you use in DevOps like Docker, Kubernetes, ML Flow is obviously specific to this, CI/CD, Git, Linux. You need all of this in order to run machine learning pipelines and machine learning models in production, maintain it and sustain it in production. And the salary range is from 15 lakhs to 45 lakhs and global range is 85 to 220k. Again, it is not an easy role so far, because while DevOps comes intuitively to you, a lot of technologies but if you're not from a coding background, you might feel a bit of pain in understanding how machine learning works. So you need to learn skills like Python, TensorFlow, PyTorch. There's plenty. Okay, but yeah, a very good role to tap into. The last and the obvious is DevOps engineer role, but along with that, I have also added platform engineering, because these two roles will get clubbed in future. So you need to know the platform engineering, SRE, as well as DevOps, because if you can be this mixed bag of these multiple skills, then there's a huge potential. There's a 21% growth in the market for these roles. Obviously, the skills needs Kubernetes, Docker, Terraform, Jenkins, Git, Python, Linux, Bash, all the cloud platforms. Is a wide array of tools which you need to master in order to become a DevOps and a platform engineer. The salary range is 40 to 30 lakhs in India and around $70k to $130k globally. Very good field, guys. Very, very interesting to know that still there's a demand and gap in the market, which goes to show, and which which brings us to this important piece of our video, is that while sitting at our home, we think that there is no job in the market, there are no vacancies, we are not getting offers, or we are not getting interview calls. One thing which we can do is to be very, very diligent about where the opportunity lies. And it could be that you could apply for these jobs while sitting in your home somewhere in any town in India, and try to apply for these jobs outside as well. But as far as you are aligned with these 6 areas, I'm not saying that other areas are bad, but I'm saying that this has demand, and this demand will not only be for 2026. This demand will continue for the next 4 years, 5 years, maybe a decade. The shape and the form of the technologies will change, the requirements will change, how we perceive a role will change, but at a very macro level, these areas will always be in demand, and no jobs will be cut short as far as these roles are concerned. Obviously, there will be surge in demand. So don't be afraid of what AI will take us from the market. It is going to produce a lot of new opportunities in these areas. So I hope and wish that this coming year is going to be really, really successful for you, and you start preparing for that. I am also preparing, you also prepare, and together we grow, we learn, and we succeed in our career. So with that, I hope it was a useful video and you found this research useful. Again, if you want to start your cloud journey, the link is in the description. Go check it out. And until next time, keep learning, keep sharing, and yes, keep growing. Bye for now.